Hello, hello, good morning. Welcome to another ES Futures trading stream. Today is Thursday, March 7th. It is 9:06 a.m. Eastern Time in the US. Uh, about 25 minutes before the market open. I think just enough time to do a review what happened yesterday and what can be in the deck for today. The first thing, one of the first things I do either before starting the day or just after the day ended is check what the other markets are doing, right? I always keep an eye on these ones too. Uh, and what is kind of like catching my attention now is what's happening with gold, right? We have non-farm payrolls tomorrow. If everything goes as planned, we should see a rally here. Okay? Keep going higher, keep going higher. This is because this is a trend to the downside in the bond market. And gold is about to make an all-time high. Remember, when we trade, the same guidelines are used to trade all markets. Let's see, futures. There's an all-time high around the 2,200 in gold. But that was made in the overnight. Check this out, right here. Oh, it is a new high now. Okay, this high was made in when was this? 12.4? Yes, sir. 3.7. March 7. What is this? No. This cannot be right. Okay, there's another one. Is there another one? No, this is it. This market has made a new highs. Oh, show standing hours. Okay, let's take this one out. Let's see where this one goes. 2000. Yeah. Gold is making new highs. This is starting to, kind of have a lot of emotions going on. You will have a gap here, another one up here as well. I don't think gold will come back to these levels again. This may be the next support, or maybe somewhere around this area here. Let's see. Maybe this one now. Okay. Or maybe even 2000. Okay, the thing is, if this is going higher, what worries me is the equity market is also doing the same thing. Everything is rallying here. Oh no. Another thing that I also check is all these stocks here, which are basically carrying the market. There's a tremendous concentration of capital in these stocks. And notice what happened with Apple, for example. All the gains in this company, all the gains that started in October, something like that, last year, are out now. That's gone. It's back to where it was here. Now, are we going to have something from this level? Maybe we can have some sideways trading here. Who knows if this level is going to hold? Alright, we don't know. Same thing has happened Tesla as well. Basically, here, October, all the rally that we have here is gone basically all pretty much all the gains from last year are are being removed from the market. And now Google, which also tech, it's dangerous by buying from this trend line here. It may have fund support here, but you have a 200 moving average here. There's going to be a fierce battle here around this moving average. And usually this is something that big time frame participants take a look at. All right, so this is a key level. Microsoft also is, this is very dangerous as well. The long here is quite dangerous here. Look at this base is happening here, and the next level of support is down here. I wonder, this is holding. What are the stocks that are very dangerous now, where I consider the risk of being long are really high? Amazon we have here, Meta here, and Netflix here. This is, for me, something that I have to be very careful here. It looks like, everybody knows now. Everybody has noticed Nvidia, right? It went from 400 to it's aiming. It seems like it's aiming to the 1,000. Remember the trade in Tesla. The first time Tesla reached 1,000, I don't know what can happen. It is reached 1,000 here, which it seems like it's aiming to. This is the new kid to the block. This is the new shiny object for this market. It seems like a lot of capital from this company, also maybe from this one, has come to this one here. How long can it stay here? I don't think that this is going to have a break like the ones that we are witnessing here, for example, okay, anytime soon. And of course, we never know what's going to happen. We never know. The uncertainty is part of the business here. Now, what about the indices? The same trade. This is the trade that is repeating over and over. Breakout, check, test, look below, failure, do anything, pick up your high, and you have a trade here. You have a 6-day range. High wasn't taken, the opposite side was taken, look above and failure. Can this trade target the opposite side again? Right? We don't know. This market is in a range here, trying to establish one time frame higher, again trying to resume the trend. This is a pullback. Nasdaq, the same thing in Nasdaq. Notice the same again, same thing, right? 2, 4, 6 days, 8 days. I would call 6, right? 6, maybe 2, even 2. And this is the range, right? And my closest level, or my very, how can I say this? The level that I'm going to be watching, my short-term reference for today, is this high here, okay? Or maybe this high over here also. Instead of this one, I can use this one too. Alright, in years I have the 23. Let's see what high is this. 44.75. Let's check this. Let's call this again, right? Because that's the high of this range now. On the lower side, this breakout here. And why I'm doing this, because I have a gap here. There's a tremendous gap here. There's a significant gap here below and another gap here above. Gap here. This gap failed to close by 2 ticks, as we will see next. The Dow, most of this long weak inventory has been removed. Notice this is a trading that is that's happening. This is the fourth time the market is doing in the last 2 months, right? Remove weak inventory, remove weak inventory, remove weak inventory, remove weak long inventory here 4 times. Traders do what works until it doesn't work anymore. So what is the trade that was working? Well, buying these dips, right? You have 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Is that the same thing that's happening? Because the Dow and the ES kind of like move very similar movement. Okay, 1 liquidation, 2 liquidation, 3 liquidation, 4 liquidation. The same thing, right? It's over 4 times now. Now let's do it one another time, right? Let's do it a 5th time, right? Everybody knows now that buying the dips will work. But notice every time the market does the same thing, the trade becomes riskier and riskier, and it's quite dangerous to me. It's very dangerous. So be very careful. I'm not saying to go short here, but just be careful. I am trying to be very careful facing, looking forward. Now the trend is to the upside. The bigger time frame is trending higher. We have a 2-week range testing, buying from previous high. Now the next thing, the market should buy from this high, right? Okay, same trade. Repeat the same trade over and over. That's what traders do, over and over. The weekly is showing. To me, the weekly is showing extraordinary signs of weakness. Very mechanical trading here, right? Look at this. Lows here, next lows here, buying from previous high, breakout, buying for the previous high, breakout, buying for previous high, breakout, buying for the previous high. Over and over. This is weak here. We have no excess here, and also it's weak. So it's poor and weak. No excess here, poor and weak. Potential for firecracker effect here, a potential firecracker effect here. What's this level? 45,000, right? Like 6 points below the current high. 45, that is a significant, really significant rebalancing or pullback that this market may have. Because the market hasn't had any significant correction. Let's face that. And no correction has happened. Instead to right, this pullback to this level, right? It's not the market. If the market can bust down to this level, although this one, even this one, it doesn't mean the market is going to. We have interpretation or blah 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 blah. It's just a healthy correction. Notice what has happened once the market took this high, the previous high, the yearly high, this high over here that we have over here. The trade that has happened after that was being very mechanical. Okay, the same kind of trading that we have here, we are having in this time frame now. Okay, and what happened when you have this weak, laggard longs here, liquidation, right? Same thing can happen over here. And that just, coming down to this previous high here, it's just a healthy, nothing bad, all right? I think that also is the best thing that can happen to this market. In the long term, for the longs, right? And now everybody's talking about no recession, soft landing, inflation going to zero, etc., etc. Everything is nice. Nothing can go wrong, right? Now, every pullback, every liquidation has had volume, and notice what we have yesterday. This is something interesting here. This is narrow range, daily, narrow range, has taken previous day range high out, but closed inside. Okay, higher volume but closing inside. I couldn't take this one. It didn't close above. All right, watch out. Be very careful. It didn't check above. It didn't close above. It look above but close it back inside to the low side or below the opening. Right? This is something that I am concerned also. But it's not. It is just one piece of information. Okay? I'm not going to trade or base all my trade only in this piece of information. Okay, and remember also volume is a kind of like a laggard indicator. And this it gives an idea of the situation that what may happen later on. Also gives an idea of the strength of what we are witnessing right now. Okay, this kind of highs, market going higher, for example, in low volume, that's not a bad thing. Or if you have a pullback with low volume, that would be nice, But all these bigger range days to the downside were not low. They all have a higher volume. Okay. Now, my notice in the weekly we have the 50, 66, 65, something like that. 23 here. All right. What is the 23? All right, 23 is this one. Over here. What is 66? Down here. Look at this. What happened? Right? This range. Look at this range here. The 66. Notice how weak this level is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times the market has been bought around this level. Now, this is terrible. While this day has taken these lows out, it actually did not trigger the firecracker effect here. It took the lows out, but nothing else happened afterward. But has left a non-excess low. The non-excess lows, poor lows, are a sign that the action to the downside has not been completed. That there is more here to the downside. Now, if I check the upper side, also we don't have significant excess here. For this day as well. 3 ticks of excess is not that significant there. We have one more week. Still what it is? Still don't have, the market doesn't have. Yesterday we have volume is increasing in the overnight. Also volume is increasing during regular trading hours. Notice this increase. Notice the difference from this day to this day, to these 2 days. Monday really low volume, and now higher here. Let's check 5 minutes before the opening. Let's check what is happening here. And I still, June contract doesn't have that much yet. 76. This is really low. It's increasing 1 bit at a time. From 50 to 76. From 20 to 50. From 17 to 20. So this is looming. This is kind of like in the background. When this day is going to be, when we are going to have big volume here. Who knows? Now, from yesterday, I have a couple minutes before the opening. From yesterday, this is what we believe here. Wait a minute. Okay, mechanical sell. Once the market failed to close the gap, there was absolutely nothing here. Nobody tried to sell this market, not to buy this market here. All these longs here. There was an accumulation. It could have, and this was a four period range. The resolution could have been could have been in any direction here, right? If also went to the downside because of these lows here, right? Because what we have there, and but the high, very mechanical high, no excess in the high, and after this range was taken, notice where J was sold from, halfback, right? K, J high, where M closed yesterday, and halfback, right, halfback. So if you don't see these ones, you need some serious, right? Some serious. You need more learning here. Now, the low. Oh, so look at the low. The same thing that happened here. Same thing happened on the lower side as well, right? So be careful. Okay? There's a tremendous amount of risk, in what may come after this day, because this low is very questionable. And where is buying? 5100. Okay, 5100. But this level has nothing. It's just a number with two zeros on the right. That's the relevance of that number. Now, the overnight inventory, I would say inventory is balanced to long, because there was some significant selling that came here. And once this level was taken back again, there's a bunch of stops here. Didn't have that downside continuation. Remember, market did not have acceptance inside this value area from this day. The trade that came from here was really nice as well. And now inventory is long. Now we have a gap to the upside. This gap, the gap, has been closed with another gap. This is sign, right? Again, sign of what kind of markets we are having here. Really lacking conviction in any direction. Momentum traders dominating the sessions here. Now trade guidelines apply. Okay, markets out of balance. Go with any gap that is not filled rather quickly, or fade a gap that is a breakout, a breakout that fails. This can be a look above and failure. What is going to be? I don't know. I have no idea. All right, 10 seconds for before the opening. I'm going to close. All right, market is open. Come on. Load up. Gap has been closed. 41 here. My charts are taking sometimes to load. This one is not. Right there. What about you? Right there. What about you, my friend? There you go. High. Overnight high. Gap. If the gap is going to be filled, usually the selling comes right from the open. Market is trying to close the gap here. Nasdaq has closed its gap. which is not a good sign for Nasdaq, because over there, what you do, you start to monitor value. There's tremendous buying that's coming here. Let's see if that buying is absorbed. There's absorption. Now, this yesterday, by what this level is not a reference anymore. What remain are the ones here below. Gap has been closed. Now we have another gap. This is gap high. Gap high. Interesting what's happening in Nasdaq. Really nice, huh? Nasdaq has the 190 as support resistance. Look at this area here. Is this an opportunity to buy here? The gap has not been filled. This is a questionable high here. And overnight inventory is super long here. Notice the multiple distributions that we have in the overnight. One here, another one here. This is distribution close. Closed here. Copy, and this is another one. I'm looking to the upside here. Never trade, these days in particular, always use a stop here. Always use a stop here. Oh, very nice, very nice. Oh boy, oh gosh, man. There's a strong buying coming here. Just look at it, the Nasdaq is man, the Nasdaq is killing, it's doing a killing here. This high has been taken here. There's a significant push here. Good volume here to the upside. Good also this. There was no interest in closing the gap, at least not right now. Nah, it seems like Nasdaq is hyperextended now. It's trying to close the gap. No? Come on, buddy, close the gap. I did my job here. I did my job. Now it's your turn to close the gap. Notice how it dries here. You know, nine contracts here below. We're having the same thing on the upper side. Why I have two here? What? Why I have two? What? What the heck? Let's do something here. U-bars. What is this? Histogram? There you go. That's one. Histogram, data values. Alright. Let's do that. I don't like this. I'm going to erase it here, but this is can you see the amount of volume that's coming here? Move right. What? URLs, data values. Oh yeah. I don't. What the heck? The rally in Nasdaq is kind of like, man, I have my, be careful there because the gap has been closed in the low side, and that always is a sign, that's a warning sign that something may happen to the downside there. It's at support now. This is Nasdaq is a support at the 210. Now, if that level is taken, if 210 is taken, 210 to 205, watch out, man. Watch out. I don't like these things. Let's remove these ones. There you go, that's better. Be careful in Nasdaq, man. I told you the 18200 is key. Now the next level is 90. You know, if the 90 is taking 1800, 190, boy, okay? Yeah. Hey, what the heck? Give me a second. This talk is getting crazy. All right, let's keep watching this market. The main thing is the gap has not been closed. Now 41 was my level to monitor here. 41, where is 41? Here. Oh, come on, get out of there. 41, this level here. Taking that level is taken. Just be careful. What can I do there? Level 41.50. I'm going to put a sell order there, but with a tight stop. One tick stop there. $41.50, right? Two ticks stop there. Here. Because why I doing this? Because the day is to the upside. We have a gap. Everything is pointing to the upside. Why I would like to short this market? Take it easy. Right? So if I am going to do something here, no, the direction of the trade is to the upside. The Nasdaq is having a nice pullback, right? Working its way down below that level, below the 190. Okay. Next thing to monitoring Nasdaq is yesterday's high. That's the logical place where some buying can come. The ES, what I have to monitor here is upside continuation. Can the market take this high here, right? This high here. Why this? Because that's what the market was traders were doing. Traders were using this level as support resistance. My order was filled and was stopped immediately here. All right? Nasdaq is checking yesterday's high, buying from there. And now for a market having that much of retracement, just check your charts, check Nasdaq, how high it went the opening was, and it's coming back almost the whole range. But that kind of selling is, it's a sign also, right? The market is not as strong as prices want you to believe. Right? Just be careful on that market. Right? Uh-oh. Now the ES is attempting to close the gap. Let's see if that gap is closed. Moving the stops. Okay. Now this is a nice selling here. Gap. For practical purposes, gap has been closed, low is weak. Again, coming from this low, right? Okay, what good can come from this low here? Remember yesterday what we have here, right? Remember that. all of the buying. Gosh, this is so nice. I'm trying new. I am trying something new here, but this is just. Everything has to be seen in context, okay? Now, the next thing, now that the gap has been closed, what I want to do is monitor value here. What happens to value? Value is higher, okay? Value is higher. The trade has been completed here. What was the trade? Closing the gap, all right? Closing the gap. Nasdaq hasn't closed the gap. I mean, what Nasdaq did, Nasdaq closed today's gap to the upside, right? But the gap to the downside still remains. That was a significant gap that we had in Nasdaq, half, a little bit more than half, of what remains. But it seems like the job has not been completed there yet. Value is higher still. This is the first period, but when the gap is closed, the next thing I start to monitor is value. What happens to value, right? Okay. Any questions, comments? Please let me know. Now, this is the thing about traders, right? Short-term traders. Days that have opportunities, the traders are absent. Where are the traders now? Huh? Here, today you have an opportunity. Really nice opportunity today. And why we have an opportunity today? Because the market is out of balance. I did had a short here where I guess was this level. Oh, look at this level. It happens to be POC here. And closer to somewhere in here, and then I have another entry here with a stop, really tight stop, but something the market. My platform did not take my stop, which is something I hate. But that's why you always have to be monitoring your trade. All right. It went. My stop was 2 ticks only, but it went more than a point, which is something that I don't like. Now, let's take a look at Nasdaq. Okay. Settings to. Alright, let's take a look at Nasdaq. Look at the volume Nasdaq has. Compare this volume to what we were having the last days. Since the beginning of the week, we were having thousands, and now we have only, really only one here, another one here. This is a level. This is I guess I don't know whether. It has changed a lot since I was talking about that. Traders are doing what worked before. All right, they're using again. There was a lot of selling yesterday, selling and buying from this level. Remember, buying from this level, right? From this period. What's happening now? Well, the first thing I'm observing is having some selling from this level. close to this previous all-time high, and some selling that came from that. The selling closed the gap, which is never a good sign for whatever is happening here. But value is higher. Value is higher. The trade to the upside. This was an attempt, and this was a counteraction to overnight inventory, to very long overnight inventory. Now the distribution will close. Let's see what the market has for us. Now, what about volume? This 52, I think we're not going to have that much volume. Maybe the same as yesterday. Let's see. Now this level here is support. This previous high is support. Also today, what do we have today? Thursday, Chairman Powell speaks in front of the Senate at 10 a.m. What else? 30-year bonds, actions at 11, 10-year at 11 as well. Consumer credit, nothing else. And tomorrow, non-farm payrolls, 8:30 a.m. Hey kiddo! How about you, brother? No problem, man. I have Jots. I didn't realize you post something there. 9:51. Huh. Oh, 9:51. Just a couple of minutes. I thought I read 8:51. All right. All right. This was a nice trade here. That was a nice trade here. You know, but when this trade was, there were sometimes the market gave us this kind of opportunities, right? The opportunity was to the upside actually, because we have a gap to the upside. But understanding, context is always, information without context is meaningless. The context is we have extraordinary amount of inventory in weak hands. Just look at this, right? Look at this. What happened here during the overnight, which is a reaction to the inventory that we have here, right? This highs here and this ones as well. I have a trade in the overnight. Woke up early. I went to bed early last night and woke up like at 3 a.m. I couldn't sleep again, so I came back to the market, and I came back when the market was here. It was a good trade here. But it was a reaction. So my potential destination was this level here, this area here. I never would have think that market could do what the damage it did on the upper side. It corrected this high. Not just this high, but also closed the gap here, the upside gap. Now, when the market attempt to close the gap and fail, that was a trade. That was the long. Okay, that was a safe trade here. And the potential is this side, a new high here. But when the market was going higher, you could see also, right? You could see what was happening there. That it just didn't have. And if I trade the ES, but I don't trade in a vacuum. And I saw what that Nasdaq was doing. The first thing the Nasdaq did was close the gap, and then have a crazy rally afterwards. And it just once I guess I am not following. There's the gap, right? Once this market failed to close this gap, it has tremendous momentum at the opening. Once it failed, the selling that came out there was really strong here. And I think that has something to do with what happened in the ES here. All right? But that's a trade against the trend. So if I do something here in that direction, I don't expect much. Right? My stops are tight. I don't give the market too much room. If the market, the trade has to work, and has to work fast, right? If the market is going back and forward or having a lot of doubts, no, the trend's not working. So I just close it. I guess I got lucky here. Now, what's next? Okay, the next thing in the upper side is this level here. This one here, actually. What happened here? Let's check it out. Nothing. They have good access there. This is support. This can be support. This is not relevant anymore. What is this gap high? What the heck is it? Oh, this is not irrelevant. Gap is being closed. This is today's low so far. So far, this is 3.7 low. Well, one step at a time. It's good to see you again, Kyler or Killer, Kite, Kyler. Markets are always evolving, always changing. And we need to change also, you know. You know, there's tremendous amount of selling that's going on here. But the selling is being absorbed here. There's tremendous absorption as well. Huge selling that's coming to this market. All right. Let's see what happens here. You know, the selling that comes to the market not necessarily have to be, you know, if. What I monitor is what the market is doing, right? I don't care about nothing else. I think again today's testimony, Chalmers Powell testimony, may have something to do. I guess the market is, you know, is kind of doing its thing before the testimony. Yesterday was different. The market didn't have any reaction to the testimony and did its thing after the testimony was over. And it seems like now it's before. Right. The fact that the gap has been closed, you know, it's kind of like a yellow flag here, a warning sign. Now just be careful here. I'm going to call this level support resistance here. I mean, why I call it support? Because traders see these levels as well. They are aware. They will sell from here. Once this level is taken, they will start to buy from here. The same thing goes to this upper side as well. When the market made this high before, there was, if you remember this day, we were I don't know if I was streaming. I guess I wasn't streaming, but what happened here is, you know, there was just somebody was pushing this market. He just pushed it. You know, he went from here all the way up to here in like a fraction of a second, but he didn't have acceptance. There was somebody big there that had power to move the market, but the market didn't have acceptance. You know, and then all of this was liquidated afterwards, and the liquidation took the selling or the buying that came from this level as well. If you run this day in the market, if you can replay what happened here, this is very important as well. This level here, what happened here. My main reference this day was actually this gap, which coincided with this, no gap, this distribution, which basically replaced this upside distribution as well. This was to the downside, and now this is to the upside. This is history now. Now, look at the low here. What is low here? The opening, right? This area, there was an area of volume, some nodes, volume nodes here. Those nodes have been taken. This one here. Now there was some significant blocks around this area. Notice where this volume is coming from, right? It's from this area. It doesn't have the volume, but it has accumulation, but it has volume. Bigger volume. Like for example, there was this is really small, 100. There were blocks in the thousands here. That's why I have it marked here. Boy, that trade in Nasdaq was spectacular. I didn't do anything over there. I guess I did. Oh yes, I did something in Nasdaq too. I did a trade for the outstanding profit of $13. How much is that? Like half a point. You cannot do two things. You need to pick up your market. Yeah, just pick your market and trade your market. I watched the Nasdaq because you never know when opportunities are. Sometimes one market is very quiet and some kind of opportunities may be forming in the other one. It also, when these markets are in sync, any movement that the ES have, if the Nasdaq is in sync, the odds increases. Odds of continuation increases. And the opposite thing happens also, right? When this market is having one movement and the other one is having there's a strong divergence and it's trading in the opposite direction with conviction, that movement can drag this market as well. Now, there is tremendous selling that is coming here, but how can I say this? It looks like it's a retail. Traders remember, right? They were trying to buy here, and now they are selling. Okay, we have this big break yesterday. Now I know what I am going to do. I'm going to short this market. I'm going to have the same thing. I'm going to play this market. Value is higher, right? Value is higher. The action to the upside, it was worrying me. I will check this level here. There was tremendous amount of buying from this previous high. And now, instead of calling that, I am going to call it just to, you know, previous all-time high. This is the current all-time high, this is previous all-time high. This is what traders are doing. They're buying from it. They're using these references here. In the breakouts, high, and then buy, sell from this level. Now the opportunity, the trade has been completed, and there is nothing here right now. Nothing here. The trend is to the upside, value is higher. I always remember myself of the location of value, what value is doing. Right? Not price, but value, because value is a combination of price, volume, and time, and it moves slower. Value moves slower than price. We have value here yesterday. This is value. Right now value is up here. Can you see? It's higher. It's not overlapping. Even yesterday it was also higher. There is a gap here between these two. This is higher. This is higher. Today is also higher. So this is a trend. We have a trend here. Liquidation on long ladders, and the trend has resumed. The bigger trend, the major trend, monthly and weekly, are to the upside. Now also the daily is to the upside. Nasdaq is having a weak low. Same thing going on with the ES. No. Volume is slightly lower than yesterday, higher than the previous day. Jim has this it has this quantitative numbers percentage wise. I am more like I like the graphics better. I don't need to know how much is. Maybe what we have is how much, like 2%, 3% maybe. Five, 4.4%. What the market is doing, right? Markets, so far we have a trend. It's only 2 periods, right? It's getting weak here. Notice how this low has been corrected. Market was buying from opening, but the next level where it was bought first is from half back. There is a lot of short-term selling here, but somebody bigger is buying this market. All right, look at that. The strength of there are more sellers, but the strength of the buyers there's more strength in the buying side. Just look at this thing, right? It's a lot of setting. Now look at the buying here. Just this one is the one that's taking control. Nasdaq has something similar. It's more obvious in Nasdaq. Look at this sailing here. Just, and boom, somebody big come. When I say somebody, I don't mean one person, right? I mean participants, right? Yeah, I am gathering all of them. The strength of those participants are bigger in the buy, are stronger on the buying side. Also follow. I mean, this is irrelevant actually. You know, when traders see these kind of numbers, oh, they get very emotional. Oh, if I just have this one, my trade will be different. It is worth to have this, but it's not necessary. Now you can feel it. When you see, when you get in sync with the market, when you see it in front of your screens and watch the market, you know, with time you develop a feeling here. You don't need to see, you can feel it, what's happening with selling. The market's trying to break, but they just don't have it. And if you put these things in context, you know, what happened yesterday? What happened yesterday? They were trying to buy here, right? And they were crashed yesterday. They were just, I have problems saying this word, annihilated. They were killed yesterday. Now, I know better, right? I know better. Now I'm going to sell now. And sell traders that were buying, now I'm selling. And they are being stopped out of the market. And this happens over and over and over, until they change their mind and they see the market making new highs. Oh, okay, now I go long. And as soon as they go long, you know, the market change direction, right? And that's because we don't have context. You know, trading it's one of them. It's the hardest business there is. Seems, man, I'm wondering if we are going to have a rotational market today. Or is this going to be a trend? The fact that this gap has been closed make me think, you know, make me doubt about the trend, about the upside trend today, about the upside trending. Because also remember, tomorrow we have non-farm payrolls. Anything can happen. I just wonder if anybody will like to be long in the market side up here. Anybody would like to be long in front of that number. No. Now maybe somebody already knows what the number is. Who knows? Come out, Nasdaq, close the gap. Nasdaq needs like 20 more points to close the gap. That was I guess closing the gap in Nasdaq and making a new high here will be in sync, may happen. And remember also Nasdaq, in Nasdaq there is no excess here. Look at this, no excess here. Yeah, for 1 point excess here. That's not a good excess. And also we have an overnight high here. This is all time. Let's call this an all-time high. Let's call this an all-time high. And let's check where the all-time high is. The all-time high was made in the overnight session. Oops. What? Oh. Here. What? Look at this all-time high here. So why do I have two all-time highs here? You may ask yourself. Because highs that are made during the over, this is, let's call this a non-excess high. It's non-excess high, which means the action, in other words, this action has not been completed. Let's expand this. What do we have? This is mechanical selling as well, no? Coming from this. Nah, this can be coincidence. Never mind. Just non-excess high here, all-time here. The non-excess high in Nasdaq here, and the all-time high made in the overnight is what I am looking at. Now the selling has changed here. The action. Huh. What? This is getting in how much time? 18 minutes. 20 minutes basically. We can make the same still lower. Now let's check also another thing. Sweden is joining NATO. Oh, this is sweet. Ah, look at this. There can be something here to the upside. Everything is turning green here right now. What time? 20. This is the 23-minute mark. I should see some extension. But if it happens here, we will have a second distribution here, right above this side. This is going to become support. Boy, there's some nice buying coming here. It's interesting to see how all things change. I mean, window trader is really expensive, right? I have Thinkorswim, it's just free, right? But compare, let's compare, for example. Let's compare Thinkorswim, right? I have Thinkorswim here. Let's do it overnight. Let's do it a minute or 5 minutes. I mean, this is all like I can see here, right? This is 30 minutes bar, volume here. Yeah, this is volume of the first period, but relative to what, right? Everything is relative here, but I don't have what should I compare this volume to, for example, right? What is the volume that's coming at this level, for example, right here? Or how much volume do we have between, in this overlapping area, for example, right? I have no idea what's going on here. No idea. And Window Trader has that. Any other platform can give you this also. I guess Sierra and I don't know what other ones. The first time I tried Micro Profile, I tried Window Trader. I tried to move to something cheaper, but it didn't have the same functions as this one. And look at this, man. Volume is coming in the upper side. Everything was negative, turning positive. Nah, never mind. You know, I can see how much volume do I have here, for example, right? How much volume do I have here? How much volume do I have here relative to the 30 minutes? And most of this volume that came in the first period is in the upper side. Now we have some distribution in the second period. Down here, below halfback, in the lower half, and in the upper half. Right? This one adds to the previous period, and now more volume is coming in the upper side. Now you don't need this thing here. You don't need the comparator. It helps though, right? It helps. But first, before having this, if you don't have this, you don't have an appreciation what's going on here. Oh, something's missing here. And now I know. What the heck? Where is my histogram here? Oh, I got it. That is what was missing here. Let's open it again. H4. Okay. Alright, now I have it here. This gone, this is daily low, this is 37 low. So far, I don't know if that is going to stay. This is previous all-time high. Previous all-time high. Now notice where this buying is coming from. I mean, you can see buying here, but when we add this reference to our charts, it has another meaning, right? It gives the information context here. The pressure to the downside though is, there's a lot of selling that's coming, but there's a lot of absorption that's going on as well. And notice how the action just ends. It dries here, but every time, so far, every time it dries, the market just pushes its way through, right? It is hard for me. It was hard for me here. Once the market closes, I mean, and that's part. That's the integral part of market generating information, right? You need to be able, to have those conflicting thoughts in your brain while getting in sync with the market. The trade was to the upside. We have a gap, but the gap was closed. But that piece of information is only one piece of information, only one. Oh boy, look at volume here, teams. Okay, come on, Nasdaq, close the gap. Close it. That was some crazy opening that we have today in Nasdaq. You have to be really quick there. I guess I will see one day I can share this. I mean, this is proprietary trading, proprietary charts. I cannot stream that much, and I do it for educational purposes only. Alright, I don't want to have any problems with Windows Trader. This is how focused I am. Oh boy, just for Caucus fall asleep during my then my install dead. I can imagine having a technician in your house and just falling asleep in your house, man. The funny thing is, you just let the guy sleep because he is so tired, man. Alright. Okay. That was some fun. Okay. You know, I mean, the action, every time the action is completed, volume rise, the market just come back and push its way through. Okay. And I believe the closing the gap has a lot to do with, this is misleading, right? This got me, the fact the market closed the gap got me, and I wasn't fast enough here to change my mind with the market, right? I didn't change my mind. There was a good opportunity here. Especially after all the craziness that happened in Nasdaq. How can you get long? Or how can you change your mind in Nasdaq, for example, after all that big rally, crazy buying that happened at the opening, and then strong liquidation, and now, after all the retail loans are out, the market is working its way up. Nice and easy. Now we have two distributions. This is what I was thinking, right? Market opening having this kind of action, was going to open, was going to do or form a second distribution. Now support, this high support. Let's see if the market comes back down to here, the first thing, and then if we can close these distributions here. Oh boy, boys. I need to take this call. I'll be back in a second. Hello. Hello. Hola madre, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás tú? ¿Qué tal? ¿Todo bien contigo? Okay, bueno. Oh, yeah. Ya, a las 6 de la mañana estás con el teléfono. Esta señora no duerme por estar con el teléfono. Y... vamos a apagar ese teléfono, vamos a confiscar ese teléfono, ¿eh? Ay, sí, mamita. Bien, madre, gracias a Dios estoy bien. Los chicos también están bien acá. Espero que así sigamos.
Claro que sí, Diosito te bendiciones. Dante buena salud.
Gracias, ma. Gracias, Maricita. Ahora también tú estés bien. ¿Cómo estás tú? ¿Cómo va todo por allá?
Ahora estás bien. El marzo viene cita.
Oh, el marzo tienes tu cita ya. Oh, yeah. Ajá. Oh, yeah.
Yo
Mal.
creo que todo sale bien porque no siento molestias.
Ya. Ojalá, mamita. Vas a ver, Dios quiere, Dios mediante todo salga bien y puedas estar tranquila. Puedes
Sí,
estar
sí.
tranquila, ¿no? ¿No, madre?
Ayer fue el cumpleaños de Tobita Esteban.
Oh, ayer fue el cumpleaños de Dolly. ¿Dónde está? ¿Y fueron? ¿Hizo algo?
25 años, está aquí en Lima. Está
25
aquí en
años.
Lima.
Wow. 25 años tiene Dolly.
25 años. Y
Wow.
le hace tomar una linda hoja, digamos, un poco de...
¿O Marina está allá también?
No,
No.
sí, que hace 25 años trabajaba en la buscaba algodón por eso, a la harina sacar sentido de todo el cuerpo.
Oh, ya, de eso te estás acordando. Oh, ya.
¿Cómo se pasó ese día? Me volví de perro a Anita,
Ajá.
a la otra le quité su voto,
¿A quién?
la tenía que ver a más Lilia, la
Eh,
tenía que ver a ver a Anita
ese día.
ese día, esa
Ah.
madrugada.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. Uh, that was my mother. I had to take a call. That's calling. Um, you know, I am over 50. How old I am? I am 50 years old. My mom is almost 80. The picture in her mind is I am always his baby. He treats me like a boy. I think the mother side like that. All right, let's go back to the market. I hope you got. I had a quick loan here, and I cannot be focused. I consider my trade kind of like risky, because if you cannot be 100% focused in the market, you better do not trade, right? But I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist here. The market, did not take this. We were talking about how this level was going to be support, and the traders are buying from this. This is because that's what they were. This is the fifth time the market is doing this. Buying from here, did not close the distribution, and the next thing in the upper side is the previous what I have now. Now, here is the thing, right? What can happen tomorrow? We have non-farm payrolls. I don't think that today we have serious money or serious capital being interested in buying right now. I think this is just looks like it's no look at this way. It was bought from previous day high. Next thing, previous period high back. Next thing, previous all-time high. Now, if this is going to continue, the next thing I see, or I should expect to see, is buying from this all-time high. It doesn't tell me that I'm going to buy from there. What that will tell me is who is doing this, who is behind this movement. All right. Now notice we were talking how yesterday there was a lot of buying that came from this level, and these trades were just crashed yesterday. Now, boy, I cannot avoid. You can't just stop thinking, boy, if I just had my position, look at how much. You can't avoid thinking like that, but it's something that you have to let it go. Right? These calls here, when the market was down here in the overnight, these 5120 calls were 5 points. 5 points, my friends. Now there are 40. Right? 40. I didn't take this one. I didn't take, and the reason I didn't take it was I was early. I couldn't sleep, but I was going back to bed again. I wasn't willing to risk those 5 points. And go to bed. Leaving the position. By itself. I'm not monitoring, not being able to monitor the position. Selling keep coming. This is just unbelievable, man. Just why you short this market, right? Why you short this market? There's a difference between retail or short terms or small traders and professional traders. Why you want to short? Why you want to be in the short side in this market? There can be weakness below. The structure of the market can be terrible on the lower side, but momentum, the trends, all the time frames are trending higher. Do not fight the trend. I learned that the hard way. It doesn't matter that the structure of the market is super weak. It's very questionable in the lower side, but I just don't fight momentum. Now, the next thing is this area here. This is the area of risk. Okay, so I will feel more. On bigger participants will feel safer up here to go long, or down here to go short. Right? Just why? Because that's how it is. In the same way how there is some kind of traders that short the market just because it's high, you know, professionals, hedge funds, programs, add program to go, you know, to let it go here, you know, and then re-enter up here or re-enter down here. That's how it is. If you didn't know, well, now you know. It doesn't make sense, can be hard to comprehend, but that's how it is. There's tremendous difference between retail and professionals. Just try to be in the side of the pros. I don't have the power to move the market. My position, my full size is 4 contracts. Can you imagine 4 contracts in my full size? And I do that when the opportunity, when I have really nice location, when my risk is really low, you know, and I don't give the market too much room. Can you imagine going long or going short 1,000 contracts, 5,000 contracts, 10,000 contracts at once? Right? Those are the participants that can move. I don't have that power. And what I must do is try to get in sync, right? Try to see, you know, what the market is giving me, market generating information, and use it. Now, Nasdaq has closed the gap. Okay, the next thing in Nasdaq is I want to see now what happened. Let's pull this market here. This gap has been closed. Okay, job has been good. Let's put a star on Nasdaq forehead, right? A smiley face on Nasdaq forehead has closed the gap. Now I want to see if this market has acceptance. It has penetration inside this value, and then if it had acceptance in here. Having acceptance will see the market turning sideways here or getting deep into the value area of this day. That's the next thing to monitor for upside continuation in this market. Remember, there is no excess high, and there was a high that was made, all-time high that was made in the overnight. What is going on with gold? Let's check that one as well. Gold has ooh, look at that. Bonds are having a break, but it's not that relevant now. Crude is having some rebalancing, and gold also is having some rebalancing of, I believe, that's healthy as well, some rebalancing of the consolidation of gains in gold too, which is not good for what we do here. No, keep that in the background. Okay? I'm not going to trade based on that, but I want to see that in the background. Regarding Nasdaq, we have value area here and this area here of volume. Okay, 25, 80 or 90, 18,300 and 18,300. What? 300 and 310. Wow, this is a narrow range, really, for this market. Where this accumulation value is. It is 1050. Unless there's any question, comments, I'm going to call it a day. I wish you guys a wonderful rest of the day. Stay safe, people. Happy trading.